Welcome to Clip Creep. Today we will be looking at the top 5 Ed and Lorraine Warren paranormal investigations. Edward Warren Miney and Lorraine Rita Warren were American paranormal investigators and authors associated with prominent cases of alleged hauntings. Edward was a self-taught and self-professed demonologist, author, and lecturer. Lorraine professed to be clairvoyant and a light trance medium who worked closely with her husband. Make sure to like the video if you enjoy and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. Now, let's begin. Annabelle is an allegedly haunted Raggedy Ann doll housed in the now closed occult museum of the paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. Annabelle was moved there after supposed hauntings in 1970. According to the Warrens, a student nurse was given the doll in 1971. They said that the doll behaved strangely, and that a psychic medium told the student that the doll was inhabited by the spirit of a deceased girl named Annabelle. The student and her roommate tried to accept and nurture the spirit-possessed doll, but the doll reportedly exhibited malicious and frightening behavior. It was at this point that the Warrens say they were first contacted, moving the doll to their museum after pronouncing it demonically possessed. The doll remained in a glass box at the Warrens Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut until the museum's closing. The parents heard of the Warrens after one of their many public speaking engagements and pleaded with them to help save their mother. By this time, it was believed that Bathsheba has physically possessed Carolyn Perron, an assessment that Ed Warren could not disagree with. Unfortunately, the true story of the Perron family's haunting ended differently than the Conjuring movie portrayed. In reality, the Warrens were not successful in ridding the Perron family of their hell-bent tormentors. Carolyn Perron recalled that dreadful night and explained that even though the Warrens' intentions were good, they essentially found that things got worse around them. As the situation spun out of control, Roger Perron demanded that the Warrens leave the premises immediately. Amityville. The film gets its name due to what once happened in Amityville, New York, a town on Long Island. On November 13th, 1974, in a house that looks almost exactly like the famous one from the movie, a 23-year-old man by the name of Ronald J. DeFeo Jr. murdered 6 members of his family with a rifle while they slept in their beds at night. Killed were his parents, Ronald Sr. and Louise, along with his young brothers and sisters, Dawn, Allison, Mark, and John. At first, DeFeo claimed he had found their bodies after the murders and even blamed the mass killing on a hitman, but by the next day he confessed his sins and admitted that it was he who had killed his entire family. Ed and Lorraine Warren investigated, and while she didn't see anything, Lorraine Warren said she could feel a presence. She described it as the personification of evil. Enfield Poltegeist. In 1977, the Warrens investigated claims that a family in the North London suburb of Enfield was haunted by poltergeist activity. While a number of independent observers dismissed the incident as a hoax carried out by attention-hungry children, the Warrens were convinced that it was a case of demonic possession. The story was the inspiration for The Conjuring 2, although critics say the Warrens were involved to a far lesser degree than portrayed in the movie, and in fact had shown up to the scene uninvited and been refused admittance to the home. Guy Lyon Playfair, a parapsychologist who investigated the Enfield case alongside Maurice Grosse, also says the film greatly exaggerated the Warrens' role in the investigation. He stated in 2016 that they turned up once, and that Ed Warren told Playfair the Warrens could make a lot of money out of the case. He corroborated the claim that the Warrens were not invited to the Enfield house, and that nobody in the family had ever heard of him until Ed Warren turned up. In 1981, Arne Johnson was accused of killing his landlord, Alan Bono. Ed and Lorraine Warren had been called prior to the killing to deal with the alleged demonic possession of the younger brother of Johnson's fiancée. The Warrens subsequently claimed that Johnson was also possessed. At trial, Johnson attempted to plead not guilty by reason of demonic possession, but was unsuccessful with his plea. This story serves as the inspiration for The Conjuring: The Devil Made Me Do It. The case was described in the 1983 book The Devil in Connecticut by Gerald Brittle. If you have made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and comment what you want to see next. Subscribe on YouTube and follow on Rumble. It really helps us in the channel. See you in the next one.